Before I start this video, I do want to say, if you are new to my channel, I'm not always this down. Just letting you know, I'm usually a little more happier. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very unexpected, unplanned video. Today I was supposed to post and restart my Eyeing or Frying Friday series. It is a series I started on my channel where I basically talk about 10 products that were released in the past week, and I share with you guys my thoughts on whether I'm eyeing them or if I'm frying them. Unfortunately, this week we had some sad news which I wanted to talk about, and if you haven't heard already, Wet n Wild sells in China. There's no denying it. Wet n Wild still claims that they are cruelty-free, but they sell in China. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in a second. What that actually means and why they are technically considered not cruelty-free anymore, and what that means for me, what that means to my channel, all that stuff. It's really sad because honestly, I was planning on literally on Saturday, tomorrow, to post a one brand makeup tutorial featuring Wet n Wild. It's not gonna happen anymore. So if you're wondering why is this such a big deal, one of the reasons why this is such a big deal is that Wet n Wild is not just affordable and really cheap. They have been very open and vocal about them being very against animal testing. The fact that they have been saying for years and always, proudly presenting that they are cruelty-free, they don't test on animals. They've lied to us, and this is why I feel like it's such a big deal about it. A couple years ago, there was NARS who announced to everyone that they wanted to introduce their products into China, therefore they were going to be cruelty-free. At least they presented it, they announced it to anyone, they announced it to everyone that they were going to sell in China, which that meant that they weren't going to be cruelty-free anymore. Which they acknowledged it, whereas Wet n Wild went behind everyone's backs. Starting in 2018, they started selling in China. Honestly, this makes me really scared because we have brands like Lush and Body Shop who, just like Wet n Wild, always advertise that they don't sell, that they don't test on animals, and how, telling people, sign this petition to ban animal testing. Well, look at Wet n Wild. Makes you really wonder who to trust and who not to trust. So Wet n Wild's justification for selling in China but still claiming to be cruelty-free is the fact that since the past year, since 2018, their products that are sold in China, they are manufactured in China. Recently, China has been changing their laws, which, as someone who uses cruelty-free products, I can appreciate. They're trying to ban animal testing. They're in the process. Hasn't officially ended, but it's still going on. So over the past couple of years, they've changed their pre-marketing and post-marketing rules when it comes to animal testing. It's not required anymore, but they still do test. Nonetheless, even though they are changing the rules, it still hasn't been banned. They say it's banned, but it's really not. Wet n Wild released a statement saying that as of 2018, they participated in a pilot program along with 30 other programs, which makes me really wonder who else out of the 30 companies, who are they? Are they also secretly hiding this from everyone else? Them and 30 other brands have participated in a pilot program where, as I said, China is trying to ban animal testing. The products that are sold in China are made in China, mainland China, and they're output into the shelves without being tested. However, if a customer has a rash, an allergic reaction, any kind of irritation, Wet n Wild gives the Chinese government any reason to test on those products, they will take those products from the shelf and go ahead and test on animals. That is post-market testing. It's not required, but when they give them any reason to, they will do it. So that means that they are not cruelty-free. Those products are still being tested. And sometimes it's random, honestly, who knows? So what does that mean if you have been buying Wet n Wild products from the past year, or if you decide to continue to purchase Wet n Wild products? Your money isn't directly, it's not Wet n Wild directly testing on animals, which I think is why they are still believing that they are still cruelty-free. When it comes to China, it's not Wet n Wild that is testing the products it is the Chinese government. So the portion of our money, if you buy Wet n Wild products or you have bought Wet n Wild products, is that money for testing is directly going to the Chinese government, not Wet n Wild themselves. They have paid the Chinese government to test them. They're not directly testing on them. Just a little FYI, if you purchase from the Wet n Wild website, because they are currently having a sale, I got hooked onto it and I had no idea. Earlier this week, I made a purchase of a bunch of Wet n Wild products, and thankfully, by the time it was announced that they were selling in China, the order wasn't processed yet. So I contacted Wet n Wild, I emailed them, and I DM'd them on Instagram. They didn't respond to me on Instagram, but they did respond back to me by email. I got a receipt saying that they received it. And actually today, on Friday, they responded back saying that they have canceled the order and that they have refunded the money and that it will be back in around 5 to 8 business days. So this is something like if you want to return, because the thing is that with Wet n Wild, they don't accept returns or exchanges because they are pretty affordable. That's just their rules, their return rules. You can't return or exchange unless if like you got it from Ulta, you got it from Target, wherever else. If you get it directly from the website, you can't return it. However, if you have an order that still has not been shipped, contact them. They will cancel it for you. I was actually pretty scared of whether or not they're going to cancel it, because I did tell them the truth. In the message, I did say, after learning that you have tested on animals that you sell in China, I don't want to support your brand. I want my money back, and I want this order to be canceled. And the reason why, probably some people are like, oh, you could have just lied about it. Here's the thing, me saying that, how they respond to that really shows what kind of brand they are. The fact that they accepted it, they canceled it, and they're going to give me my money back shows that they know and that they accept my decision, and hopefully this gives them a wake-up call whether or not their decision to lie to everyone and to participate in this pilot program was acceptable or not. So with that being said, I unfortunately do have a lot of Wet n Wild products. I have this whole box filled with Wet n Wild products. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have friends and family go through the box. Whatever they want, they can take. Everything else, I'm donating it to a women's shelter. I mean, knowing that most likely these products were not made in China, they were made here in the US. They're not tested most likely directly on animals. However, the brand still does get themselves involved with animal testing. May not be directly, it's indirectly, but still they signed a contract and they lied to us consumers about their animal testing status. I just decided, you know what, they lied. Who knows what else they're gonna do. I'm out. Cutting the cord. Gonna go ahead and get rid of these. So as you can see, this is a lot of products, and it's really unfortunate because they had one of my favorite foundations. They had my favorite liquid lipstick formula. They make the best highlighters, you guys. The highlighters, I use them over my Anastasia. That's how good they were. It's a lot that I got rid of. I have this whole thing is now empty. So it is unfortunate, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of them. There are, however, 2 times you will see Wet n Wild products. As I mentioned before, if you watched my cleaning my room video that I posted recently, it's actually the last video that I posted, I did mention that I am in the process of redoing my room. I've been really decluttering. So since that declutter video that I posted earlier this week, I did declutter 2 more times, which I will post declutter videos, which those will feature Wet n Wild, but I will mention in the video that those Wet n Wild products are also out. I guess there was a good and bad thing because I was able to declutter even more things, but it is really sad because they make amazing products for very affordable. I'm not going to support them anymore. You will be seeing these products 2 more times on my channel, and that's it. No more videos featuring them. Canceled my order. Gonna get my money back. Decluttering all of those. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys. It cleared the air and knowing what Wet n Wild in China's relationship is in terms of selling. What do you guys think? Are you gonna still Support Wet n Wild. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Can we get to 5,000 subscribers before my birthday in July? Can we? Can we? Let me know down below what you think about this whole entire situation. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.